Good news! Meri Brown's secret wedding and pregnancy bombshell stuns fans. Life often unfolds in the most unpredictable ways, and the story of Meri Brown is proof that nobody can ever truly know what lies ahead. A peaceful life can suddenly turn turbulent, and moments of happiness can quickly be replaced by pain and loneliness. Meri's journey has been one that has kept fans of Sister Wives both shocked and intrigued, especially as new revelations about her personal life continue to emerge. After years of enduring heartache within her marriage to Kody Brown, Meri has stepped into a chapter that few could have predicted, a secret wedding and even rumors of a pregnancy that have left fans stunned. For a long time, Meri was one of the most recognizable faces on Sister Wives, the first wife in Kody Brown's plural marriage. Viewers watched her navigate the complicated dynamics that came with Kody's decision to marry other women, most notably Kody Brown, whose presence caused tension not only in Meri's life but across the family as a whole. Despite the challenges, Meri tried to keep her marriage intact for years. She had been with Kody since the very beginning, and their spiritual connection, as she once described it, was not something she was eager to let go of. But with time, the cracks deepened, and the weight of being sidelined became too heavy. After more than 3 decades of marriage, Meri finally chose to walk away. It wasn't a sudden decision but rather the result of years of distance and emotional neglect. She later admitted that the marriage had been more of a roller coaster than a steady partnership. There were good memories, yes, but there were also long stretches of loneliness and a feeling that she was the only one still trying to repair what was broken. The most painful realization for her was that Kody simply wasn't interested in working through their issues. She was ready to put in the effort, but he was not. Without both partners committed, Meri knew the relationship could not survive. In her own words, she has described how she once believed their spiritual marriage would continue even after they grew apart physically. They had agreed to remain tied in that way, but eventually Meri realized that this arrangement was not fulfilling, nor was it something she could accept for the rest of her life. She acknowledged that their values no longer aligned, and whenever they attempted to reconcile those differences, conflict quickly followed. Their interactions were often heated, and it wasn't unusual for them to lash out in anger before attempting to reconcile again. This back-and-forth dynamic was exhausting, and Meri recognized that it was not sustainable. Despite everything, Meri has not spoken with bitterness about Kody. She has made it clear that she does not see him as a bad person, but rather as someone whose life values and priorities are simply different from her own. She has admitted that she wishes things could have turned out differently, but she also emphasizes that she harbors no ill will toward him. Her feelings toward him now are best summed up by her comment that she doesn't wish him harm but would prefer he leave her in peace. It is a sentiment that reflects closure, a decision to step away from the constant turmoil that defined much of their relationship. One area where Meri has expressed lingering disappointment is Kody's role as a father. In the early years of their marriage, she recalls him being deeply invested in his children's lives. He was devoted, attentive, and eager to be part of every moment. However, that dedication seems to have waned as the years have gone by, and now Kody is estranged from several of his adult children. Meri's heart breaks at the distance that has grown between him and their child, Leon, as well as with his other children. She believes he is missing out on valuable opportunities to connect with them, and while she stops short of fully condemning him, she makes it clear that she wishes he would try harder. For Meri, watching the decline of Kody's relationship with his kids has been one of the saddest aspects of their family's journey. Yet even as she reflects on the heartbreak of her marriage, Meri has found new reasons to smile. After years of being defined by her role in Kody's plural family, she has finally taken steps toward building a life that belongs solely to her. The news of her secret wedding took fans by surprise. Having once been left isolated and lonely after her divorce, she has now found love again, this time with someone who seems to appreciate her for who she is. While details of the ceremony have been kept private, whispers of the event have sparked excitement and speculation across the fanbase. Some even claim that she may be expecting, a possibility that only adds to the shock. For someone who has spent so much of her adult life overshadowed by others, this chapter of newfound happiness feels like a long-awaited reward. Meri's resilience is what stands out most in her story. She could have allowed the collapse of her marriage to define her, but instead, she chose to seek joy elsewhere. Walking away from Kody was not easy. Their history together was long and complicated, and their lives had been intertwined for decades. But Meri recognized that staying in a loveless and one-sided relationship would only continue to hurt her. By making the decision to move forward, she opened the door to possibilities that once seemed impossible. The reactions from fans have been mixed. Some remain skeptical about whether Meri has truly moved on or whether these new developments are as straightforward as they appear. Others are thrilled for her, seeing her happiness as long overdue. Either way, it is undeniable that Meri has captured attention once again, not through drama with Kody or Robin, but through her own choices and her determination to carve out a new life. Looking back, it is remarkable to see how far she has come. The woman who once stood quietly by as her husband pursued other marriages is now a woman who refuses to be defined by someone else's decisions. She is no longer the sidelined wife but the central figure of her own story. And while her journey has been filled with pain, loss, and disappointment, it has also led her to rediscover her own strength and capacity for love. Life, as Meri's experience shows, is never simple. It is filled with unexpected twists, heartbreaks, and opportunities for renewal. What matters most is how one chooses to respond to those challenges. For Meri, the choice has been clear: to let go of what no longer serves her, to forgive without forgetting, and to embrace the possibilities of a brighter future. Whether her secret wedding and rumored pregnancy turn out to be the beginning of yet another surprising chapter, one thing is certain: Meri Brown has shown that even after the most painful endings, there is always a chance for a new beginning. One thing is certain: Meri Brown has shown that even after the most painful endings, there is always a chance for a new beginning. Since news of Meri's secret wedding began circulating, insiders close to her have hinted that she is happier now than she has been in years. Friends have revealed that her new partner is someone outside of the spotlight, a man who values privacy but has been nothing but supportive of Meri's journey. Reportedly, the two share a deep spiritual connection, something Meri felt was missing for a long time with Kody. While Meri has not confirmed the pregnancy rumors, those close to her say she is glowing and more hopeful than ever, embracing the possibility of motherhood in a new light. Reportedly, the two share a deep spiritual connection, something Meri felt was missing for a long time with Kody. While Meri has not confirmed the pregnancy rumors, those close to her say she is glowing and more hopeful than ever, embracing the possibility of motherhood in a new light.